Hi, Shalom Chaverim. Let me wish you a very happy and a joyous Chanukah filled with bright lights, warm family atmosphere, delicious latkes and sufganiyot, and really just simple, plain joy. About Chanukah, there's so much written, and it would take us many hours to cover the history, the philosophy, the ethics, the Kabbalah, the mysticism, the legalities, because every aspect of Chanukah is really, truly significant. But sometimes the deepest lessons are expressed in really very simple anecdotes. Let me share with you one that happened around 170 years ago. One of the great tzaddikim, Reb Nochem, who was a descendant of the Heilige Ruzhana, after he lit the menorah in front of all of the Hasidim, there was like a little bit of a downtime, and the Hasidim would converse. And there was a group of Hasidim that had traveled rather far to be with the Rebbe. They were tired, and after the ceremony, they decided that they would just relax. So someone took out like a checkerboard and set up the pieces, and they began to have a game of checkers. Little did they realize that their Rebbe, Reb Nochem, had walked into the shul, and of course the Hasidim quickly made the parting of the sea, but these group of Hasidim that were playing checkers didn't even notice, and they were sitting and playing checkers. After a couple of very long moments, they felt the presence of someone, and they looked and they saw their Rebbe, and they were chagrined, like, after all, they should be studying Torah, and here they just finished lighting the menorah and they're playing checkers. But the Rebbe seized the moment, and he said to them, checkers on Chanukah is very appropriate. Do you know the rules of checkers? And of course they did not respond. And he said, I'll tell you some of the rules. Rule number one is, you can't take 2 steps at a time. You're only permitted to move 1 checker box. Number 2, you're only allowed to go in 1 direction. You're never allowed to go back a checker box. Number 3, when you get to the other side, you become a king. And once you're a king, you could go in all directions. And then with a smile, he said to them, that's actually the lesson of Chanukah. There are 8 days of Chanukah. There are no shortcuts. You can't light day number 2, 5, and then figure out, you know what, let me light all 8 in one night and take a look. I did it. Chanukah reminds us that we light 1 candle per night, 1 step at a time. Don't leap, don't jump, don't think you have to traverse great distances. Methodical, slow progress. On the other hand, once you light that candle, there's no going back. There's no such thing as, well, tonight is beautiful, it's the 5th night of Hanukkah, I'll light 5 candles tonight, or a 5th candle tonight. Every day, you build on yesterday's success. So day number 3, you have 2 candles burning, and the 3rd. But what happens when you're consistent and methodical, and you keep on adding mitzvot and adding candles? When you get to number 8, that's when you're already a king. Because the number 8 symbolizes that 1 extra push. For 7 days, have a week. The 8th day is something that is beyond the confines of time, something beyond the confines of a week. So when you light 7 candles, 7 flames were lit, 7 mitzvos were created, and then we're up to the 8th day, we don't have to go any further. Once you light that 8th candle, you now become a king. And you could go in many directions because you're not limited anymore by the restrictions of nature. And this, my friend, I believe, encapsulates the most important teachings of Chanukah. We don't have to change the world overnight. We have to improve slowly. We have to improve consistently. And we have to know that yesterday's success actually helps us for today. So yesterday's 2nd candle will help me today light a 3rd candle. When you ask, what's the value of 1 mitzvah? The answer is that 1 mitzvah has value on its own. Mitzvah goreret mitzvah. Now the strength of that mitzvah will create a momentum that will allow you to go and to pursue a second and a third mitzvah. And the same is true about our people. Because after all, the menorah is a symbol of unity. The menorah, which is based on the diagram of the temple, had 7 branches, but they all were centrally connected. The middle shaft kept all 7 flames in their proper place. So if you look at the right and the left, you'll find a distance of 5 cups in between. But if you look from where they're coming from, they're all coming from that same central point. So if you will help your neighbor do a mitzvah, it's just one mitzvah, but that one mitzvah of your neighbor will strengthen all of us. And then suddenly his one mitzvah will help someone else go from level 40 to level 92, and so on and so forth. So my friends, let me wish you a very happy Chanukah. Close with what I ended with, good wishes. The rabbis actually tell us that if you count the number of flames that we'll be creating as a mitzvah, flame, day number 1, 1 flame, day number 2, 2 flames, day number 3, 3 flames, they will actually add up to 36. 36 flames, 36 candles. The rabbis tell us that when God created Adam, it was on a Friday, he was created Friday, we have 12 hours of daylight. Friday night, the sun did not set. So he had another 12 hours, and then finally a whole Saturday. The first time he experienced darkness was at night, Saturday night. Based on that, we see that there are 36 hours of light. What happened to that primordial light? The answer is it was hidden. It's hidden in the Torah, but it becomes revealed to us on Chanukah. So as you light that candle and you reveal that inner light within your neshama, we are actually purifying the world to be able to accept once again those 36 hours of light. Shabbat Shalom, a good Chanukah, and I say it though with tongue-in-cheek, a very happy New Year to all of us.
A great miracle happened in a faraway ancient land. Great warriors, the Maccabees, decided to take a stand and fought their fight with passion, for their cause was a righteous one, that their people should be respected till the last battle was won. Light the candle of freedom, light the candle of hope, illuminating generations. Let every girl and boy know that once there was a people who fought for the right to be free, and that is just what Chanukah means to me. When the battle was over,